What is cloning? Cloning is the process of making an identical copy of something. You may have seen cloning in movies, where a scientist clones something, maybe himself. In the real world, cloning can be used to create genetically ideal animals, like horses or dogs. It's also used to make the best quality fruits and vegetables that we get at the grocery store. One specific type of cloning is called somatic cell nuclear transfer and is the transfer of a differentiated diploid nucleus in order to create a genetically identical organism. To learn how this works, we first have to learn about cells. In each cell, there is a nucleus which holds the DNA that stores the instructions that our bodies follow to build the pieces that make us up. In order for a somatic cell nuclear transfer to be done, we need two things. First, a differentiated cell, or a specialized cell, from the organism that you want to clone. We will also need an undifferentiated cell, or a stem cell. That is a kind of cell that hasn't decided what it wants to become yet, so we can tell it to become anything, like a muscle cell or a lung cell. The first step in somatic cell nuclear transfer is to remove the nucleus from our differentiated cell and set it aside to be transplanted. Then we take our undifferentiated cell and remove its nucleus. We throw it away because we won't be using the DNA from that cell. The denucleated cell will be our donor egg cell. Next, we insert the differentiated cell nucleus into the donor egg cell. After this, we must implant the cell into a surrogate mother in order for it to gestate, or develop. The cell will then divide, growing into an organism identical to that of the nucleus donor. This process would allow for scientists to clone full organisms. It has been done in animals, but doing so in humans remains illegal due to it being unethical. Scientists have developed a technique based off of somatic cell nuclear transfer called therapeutic cloning, which allows for them to clone specific organs, which can be beneficial in that they create a new organ for someone whose might have been damaged. This process is done in vitro, stimulating the growth of the organ outside of a body. This process has the potential to save the lives of so many due to them not having to wait on an organ donor and the risk of rejecting the organ being reduced to zero because the DNA in the organ is their own. Cloning is a new idea that can have many applications to modern health. It can provide us with the best fruits and vegetables and even create new organs for us. Now you know how to make a copy of your kidney, a strawberry, or even your dog.